Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Talk and Step Show. My name is Dervin Walker, the author of the book There's Always a Light. And with me is my daughter and co-host, Dee Dee. And today we're going to pick back up from where we left off from the last episode. I had just gotten to Sloan Kettering in New York to start my treatment. So they went over my medical records before I even got there. So when I got there now, they laid it out to me like, tell me what type of cancer is it and explain to me in depth what type of cancer is it and their treatment that they recommend, which was different from the guys in Jersey. So remember now, I'm thinking like, these guys don't know nothing about cancer, man. That's what I'm thinking. It's like a car mechanic. Some people is very good. They know what they're doing. They study, they know, they have experience in doing it. And then there's just some people that's just not that good. It's the same thing with your body, with your physical health. These doctors was just, first thing, you're gonna do a surgery and you're not an oncology surgeon. What are you gonna do? You don't know what to look for. You don't know what you're doing. When you're gonna take the tumor out. And you're not an oncology surgeon. You don't know nothing about cancer. That's what was about to happen to me. That's what was about to happen to me. So anyway, thankfully, I went to New York. And what they said made, I felt safe with them. Put it like that. I knew what I was up to, and I know what it was about. So I understand that part. So now I just need a team to ride with, and I said, I'm gonna ride with them. So they recommend that I do chemotherapy first, which was, they wanted me to do 4 rounds of chemotherapy. And 1 round is 3 days, right? 3 days, I finish 1 round. And it's 3 8-hour days. So I'll go in the morning and they put the, like I told you before, they put the needle into the port. And then they have the drip. They have the drip on the thing. And I sit there for 8 hours and the nurse just come and keep changing the bags with the medicine. Like one bag, like the bag to hydrate my body, because they hydrate you first, that takes 2 hours. So they hydrate you first and they hydrate you after you're done. So 2 hours before and 2 hours after, that's just hydration. And then they have all these different bags with different medicine that they changing for 8 hours. Or I'm sitting there, no pain, you're not feeling none. You're just sitting there and just drip by drip. So 8 hour, 3 days, that's 1 round. And they wanted me, they recommend that I do 4 rounds and then they'll check afterwards and see what it's looking like. Then they'll decide if it's time to cut it out and then they'll do surgery and get it out. So that was what they recommend. That's a treatment they recommend, And I decided to go with it. And so that's the type of treatment that we did.
So after you went through your 4 rounds, can you talk about the effects it had on your body? Did it change you as a person, mentally, physically, spiritually?
Yeah. Well, man, I wasn't sick. I wasn't sick at all. No pain. I had no pain. There was just a lump there, and I went to the doctor. I'm good. I'm working out, and I'm good. It was just that I did not like the way the lump looked. Like I said, I work out. I got a 6-pack. Sometimes 8 when I'm really doing it, but I like taking off my shirt. So I didn't like how it looked. That's why I went to the doctor. I want it out because I have this lump now just sticking out. So I said, nah, I'm not, I want it out. So that's why I went there. No pain, I was not sick. It was chemotherapy. Chemotherapy is something different. I'm not trying to scare nobody. It ain't nothing to scare about. It's to know. That's why I'm here. That's what I'm trying to share with you guys. That means you have family or friends that's going through it. It helps you too to know how to deal with them, man, because when you're going through something like that, you're in your own world. You're in a different world, and people around you, need to understand that so they could treat you better, so they could know how to handle you and how to comfort you. because it's a tender situation. Because chemotherapy, man, the kind of chemotherapy I was doing, it was real strong. Like I said, it was one round was 3 days, and that's 3 8-hour days. That's one round, and it was some strong drugs. So it changes me a whole lot. You know, the first thing happened is after my first round, well, the first day when I went, they told me, listen, you gotta drink a lot of water to flush these drugs back out of your system, because it's some dangerous stuff. So they tell you gotta drink. You wanna keep peeing. You wanna pee this out. So you gotta drink a lot of water. They warned me about that. And for me, I'm ready to fight. So I'm doing everything they say. And I know how important water is. It makes sense to me. You know, it makes sense to me. You're supposed to drink a lot of water regardless to wash the toxins out of your body. It's only that these toxins are strong and dangerous. So anyway, after the first day, I'm drinking water, man. I'm drinking, my stomach is like this because I'm scared. I want to get this out. So I'm drinking water. So I think I overdrink, you know, like that first night, I felt nauseous, very nauseous. And I'm not, it was weird to me because I'm not the type to feel nauseous. I felt really nauseous. And I was thinking it's the chemo. But when next day I went back, I was talking to the nurse. And the nurse, she said, you probably drink too much water. Try to balance your water. That sounds like, because I don't think the chemo, thing. So anyway, I did that, and that didn't bother me no more. So the first real thing that happened, about 3 weeks after my first round, 2.5 weeks, I'm going back for my second round because it's 3 weeks between each round. So when you do one round, you wait 3 weeks and go back for the second round. So now it's like 2.5 weeks, going to 3 weeks, my hair start falling out. Yeah, that was the first thing, real thing that happened. My hair start falling out, and I mean falling out. I'm wearing my baseball hat. One day, and I put it down and I felt something on my ears, and I go like this, and it's still there. So I lift my hat back up and I go like this, and my hair was just like came out in my hand. So now I start checking the rest of it, and I feel it, just coming out, man, yeah. So anyway, I went home and I pulled out all that I could pull out, and then there was these light ones. There's some still there. I guess they didn't die in or something, but there was some still there, patches all over. So then I used a shear and I cleaned it off. But that was the first thing that happened to me. And then next thing, my eyebrow, everything, everywhere there's hair on my body, everything clean, no hair on my body, all the hair on my body gone. Everywhere, even my nose, everywhere. And then your skin start getting darker. Because I'm noticing it, and now the worst part now is my mind. It affects my mind. It affects my brain. It was hard on my brain. Yeah, it started taking a toll. I noticed that I get irritated quick, get confused. Like things irritates me. Like I can't figure it out. Like, why, I'm watching TV and I'm getting irritated. I'm talking. Least of the thing I'm getting irritated, and it's like my brain hurting me. Like if I get mad, it's like my head is gonna explode. So that was the most, the worst side effect I got from it was my brain. My brain wasn't right. When I talked to the doctor about it, I told him, he said it's because it caused some kind of chemical imbalance. The chemo drug just take over your body. Your body's not operating the regular way, the way it used to or it's supposed to operate. The chemo drug is like took it over and doing things a different way. So it caused your pH balance off. So that was the worst thing, man. It took a toll on my brain. But so people, if you have a family member, going through chemo, you gotta see with them. You gotta, thank God that I had people around me. You know, I have people around me that, you know, work with me, that know, you know, humble people that, you know, work with me. Because, you know, I get mad at, you know, for no reason, you know, stuff like that. People that I recognize, man. So I was good. And you don't need a lot of those people. You just need a few and you're good, you know, in your circle. But that's what helps to carry me through too, because people could misunderstand you, you know? And that's how life is regardless, but I'm talking about chemo, right? I'm talking about cancer, you know? So you gotta, when you're dealing with people going through doing chemo, it's a lot on that body, it's a lot on that person. You know, you gotta know you talk to them, and that's another thing with cancer. Everybody's scared to talk about it, you know? When you have a family member, or a friend that's diagnosed with cancer, you know, you're gonna be yourself and you're gonna express how you feel, but I would advise you to try not to be too fake about it. Try not to promise them too much. Yeah, try not to do that. Just let them know that you're there. You know what I mean? Let them know that you're there. Show them that you're there. You're riding with them. Like, yo, we're riding. You ain't gotta promise them nothing. Don't try to do that. So people overdo that. Like, and you know what it is. So now this person's like, don't even mean nothing. You know, that's how I look at it. And because you know that all that person's talking right now is like joke talk. And then it's like it even irritates you. That's somebody that's just saying, yo, I'm here with you. I'm here with you. If you need me, if you need anything, I'm there and we're gonna fight. We're gonna fight this. You know, just be part of that person. Don't be on the outside and let him know it's a lonely journey. It's a lonely journey. It's very lonely, like mentally I'm talking about. Mentally, it's a lonely, death is a lonely journey. You know, when you experience it, you know that. That's why I'm sharing it. I'm sharing it with you guys because I got to that point, and thank God I'm here today. So my job and my work right now is to share, because a lot of people don't have the energy to come back and share. It's tough. It's very tough. It's not easy for me to write about all this. It wasn't easy. It's not easy for me to tell you all about it, but it's more important for you to know though. So I focus on that. And that's how I look at it. If I could let one person be happier or one person learn something to make things easier for them, that's what I'm here to do. But the chemo, the whole cancer battle is a lonely journey. Because like I said, death is a lonely journey. So you want those people to feel like you're there, like you're riding with them. Not just being beside them, not just go visit them and sit beside them. That don't really mean much. You know, you want them to know and feel that you're there. You know, some people come and visit you and make you feel like they just come to visit you to see you before you die. So, you know what I mean? And that's just the real truth. Some people come, and when they come to look at you, they come to visit you because they're thinking you might not make it, and that's on their mind. I'm not saying those are bad people. It just affects people in a different way because it's real. It's a real situation. Some people just don't know what to say. It's better you don't say nothing, honestly. And go read the book. I wrote about some stuff in there, but go read the book. I express a couple of them in there. Like when people see you, they don't even know what to say. Because cancer is just, when you hear the word cancer, it's like you're dead. You know, and some people just express that unconsciously. They express that same thing to you. Some of them even say it. You know, some of them even say, you might not believe it, but some people say it. Like they already give up on you. You know, but so it's being there for the person. Yeah, it's being there for the person. Just let them know that you're there. You know, don't try to tell them, you're gonna make it. And then again, there's people around me telling me don't worry about cancer. People that I know for years, people I know all my life. When I see them worrying about a cold or a flu, or they're worried about something that didn't even happen yet. They're worried about not catching a flu that they just hiding from a flu. And now they're telling you don't worry about cancer. Like you just know that they're just talking. So their words don't mean nothing to you. Because you know they're just saying it. Then they themselves worrying about less than that, right in front of your face. But they're telling you not to worry about cancer. So it's like, just be real and just let the person know that you're with them. You know, you're with them. It's a battle and we can win this.
So during your battle with cancer and chemo treatments, how did you keep your spirit up? How did you try your best to mentally stay healthy and positive?
Well, you know, that's one good thing that I get to share with you, as you know, that I try to teach you, you know, as my daughter, that things gonna happen in life. Things gonna happen in life. I was always that type of person because I've been through so much already. Before cancer, I fought some battles. It's in the book. You know, and we're gonna touch a lot of those topics as we go along. That's what the show is called, Talk and Step. So that's where the name comes from. We're stepping, and I want you to know that you should keep stepping, you know, regardless of what's going on. I fought some battles. I've been through some stuff that it convinced me to just know that, listen, man, you can't change nothing when it happened already. If it happens, you have one choice. One, you know, I don't even have two. You have one choice. When something happens, just deal with it. So I've been saying that I usually say that I stress only for a minute. That's what I just always say. I say that to people. I'll stress, but I stress only for a minute. That means, yeah, of course, I'm human being, man, and things hit me. Hit me hard too, hit me down. But what I'm saying is, I'm not gonna stay down, man. You know, I'm worried about something stressing me out. Yeah, but real quick, I'm gonna shake it off because I learned that you gotta accept it. When something happened already, you can't do nothing about it. And we're gonna talk about the serenity prayer because even that, I'll talk about that later on in a different program, but I said that prayer for a while and got to know it and think about it and accept it. You know, that means you gotta accept things that you can't change. And you change the ones that you can. You know, when you can't change, you leave it alone. Go around and fix it, whatever you gotta do, but keep it moving. The ones you can change, change. And then you gotta try to learn and try to listen and try to gather all the information so you can make the right choices too. And we pray to God to help us to make those. But yeah, you know, it's accepted. So I always accept things. So when I heard that, like I said, I was out there for a minute when I found out I had cancer. I was out there for a minute. But after a while, I said, man, listen, if I'm gonna die fighting. Because that always was my attitude. And I'm very spiritual. You know that. You know that. You grow up to see me spiritual. You know stuff that other people don't know. I pray. I always was the type of person to pray. That's me. I grew up like that. My parents taught me. You know, I grew up in the church around people praying. I grew up around people praying all my life. And I never dropped that. I grew up with knowing that God is there. And I always believe that. So I always pray. Even when I'm going to go do wrong things, man, I pray. It sounds crazy and it sounds sick, but I'm being honest because God knows. I'm going to a party and I whisper a prayer before I leave because I'm like, hey, we're going out here, we're drinking and we a lot of things going on. I'm begging God to watch over me. Even though I'm going to a party or wherever I'm going. But I was always like that. So I believe in God. So my spirituality was the foundation of my fight. My spirituality come to be my foundation of this fight. It's cancer. It's cancer, you know what I mean? So it's a fight and I was like, all right, let's go. I'm ready. I'm going to give it my best shot. So, you know, I was working out. I kept working out because that was working out for me. It was, after my spirituality, it was the working out next. That was the backup to my spirituality. Because when I go to the gym, man, when I go to the gym, it don't matter what, ain't no cancer on my mind. It's like the gym was a dump. When I go to the gym, I dump everything on my mind. I'm feeling untouchable when I'm in the gym. I'm like, cancer, man, cancer ain't doing nothing, man. That's how I felt like, genuinely, not me hyping myself. When I'm in the gym, when I work out, I'm walking out of the gym like, yo, I got this. It fades away. I'm gonna keep it real. That's why I gotta keep going to the gym. Sometimes it fades away as soon as I come through the door. I'm keeping honest with you. But even for that 1 hour, I got a break. Put it like that. Even for 1 hour, I got a break then. But sometimes as soon as I walk through the door, it comes back to me. You know, because I remember one night I walk out of the, because, you know, it's winter time. It was dark. You know, coming out of the gym at 7 o'clock sometimes, you know, 6:30 when I'm doing chemo, right? I remember one night I came outside and the snow was on the ground. It was cold. And every time I walk through the gym door, I always say a little prayer. I always thank God, look up in the sky and thank God for the energy and the strength that he just blessed me with to do my workout and guide and protect me. I always did that, right? I looked up in the sky and, man, tears just come down my eye. I felt sorry for myself. Yeah, like, it just felt lonely. It felt lonely. I felt a lonely feeling. Even though I got people around me, so the journey is lonely. You know, so the gym is the next thing to the spirituality that really was my backup. The gym helped me. I dumped everything out. I feel strong. The doctors didn't want me to work out because the chemotherapy basically kills your immune system. It kills your immune system so the drug can work. Because they don't want nothing to resist the drug. You can't be doing chemotherapy and you're taking care of your body, you're taking your vitamins and all that. No. You don't want your immune system, it's killing your immune system so it can do its job. It's killing stuff. And that's the bad thing about it. It kills good stuff and it kills bad stuff. Good cells, bad cells, it just kills. And then hopefully, while killing some good ones, you kill all the bad ones. And I guess it's a good trade-off for life, right? I mean, I'm just telling you that's how I look at it, right? So when I'm doing the chemotherapy, man, it kills my immune system. So the doctors, they didn't want me to go to the gym because of the germs in the gym. Because you could get sick real quick, like because your immune system is dead, it can't fight nothing. So you gotta stay away from germs. So even that's another thing. I was wearing a mask before COVID. Because I did this in 2019. I started chemotherapy on September 5th, and my last round, the last day, was November 7th.
And what was the day you found out you had cancer?
The day I found out I had cancer was July 11th, 2019. Since that day, yo, my life just changed, man.
Remember, go subscribe to this channel, hit the notification button so you'll be the first one to know when the next episode drop of this Cancer Survivor series. We're going to continue this talk. Stay safe and keep stepping.